Hello everybody, and welcome to Assetto Corsa. This is a game that I talked about on the last couple Let's Race with Cones, and I've been extremely excited to get a hold of it and start playing it. It is still in beta. I have the early access version, which you can buy on Steam. It's, I would say, I've tried to not play it, which has been extremely hard to do because I've really wanted to play it because I want to do a first impressions video. But what I've seen of it, it's pretty well finished as far as the physics, car driving, the actual core aspects of the game. It's just lacking on the kind of career content, stuff like that. It's really just driving. It's very similar, actually, in its current state to what Live for Speed and this game's kind of base Netcar Pro ever were. It's just cars, tracks, and you go race. There's some AI, but most of it's, multiplayer. But with Assetto Corsa, they do actually plan to have a whole separate kind of career mode to it, as far as I can tell. But that's not really what I want to go over today. Today, I want to see how it drives, because I have been very anxious to try it, because I have a feeling this could be the game I've been looking for ever since Live for Speed went out of development, because I really loved that game. It had the perfect balance of physics that were realistic, but drivable. But it was just lacking in development. The graphics had gotten very dated, and the community had started to kind of fall apart. So hopefully this will recapture. Oops. As we stall out the first second we go on the track. Hopefully this will recapture some of that awesomeness. So we are at Monza in a Lotus Elise. Sounds are pretty good. I've heard some complaints about the sound, and that is one thing that the original. I only played Netcar for a very little bit, but sounds were never their strong suit. We got a lot of ambient sounds though, like the gear changes and the stuff like that. The only time I messed with this game was to set up the steering wheel. It took me a while to get the full 300 degree or 900 degrees of rotation. But that is all set up now. Believe it or not, it was F1 2013 that was messing that up. Go figure. Alright, so let's take off here. Using no driving assists at all, and full manual gearbox. Actually, those sounds are not too bad. I didn't really look at the stats for the car or anything, but I believe this is a supercharged version, which would make sense since I hear that whine behind us. Wow, this driving line is not very accurate. Because it's more of a general representation. The initial feelings are that it's very solid from a physics standpoint. Right away, I feel very comfortable and not like... when I pick up a racing game, I can tell within minutes if it's going to be one of those games that I don't enjoy because... Because the game is driving the car for you and you're just kind of telling it where you want to go. But no, right away this feels like I'm actually in control of the car. A little bit of snap oversteer there. I am rev matching to downshift, and it is working fine. That is one of my other pet peeves, is when games don't let you do that. Obviously, you can screw it up too, because we've heard it grind on a couple occasions. I do have mechanical failures on, so that I'm not sure, but that could be a problem. See, that was a good one. I don't know what the points and everything are for. I guess guess we'll figure that out. Whoa. This car doesn't have a lot of power, but it's nimble and it's just very, from what I can feel, it's just very neutral driving. Definitely gonna work on my downshifts. Yeah, already one lap in, and I am extremely encouraged about the future of this game. Also, the sounds, I don't think I have a problem with the sounds at all. I'm actually noticing a lot of neat sound effects, like I'm hearing stuff bouncing off the car from the track, and sounds of it hitting the curbs are pretty good. Ooh. The thing I noticed there is, this is a stock car, this is not a race car, this is just a street car. And you can actually see the car pitching and yawing around as it's softly sprung. So the way the car behaves is definitely very realistic as well. Okay, maybe the curb sounds are a little weird. Looks like we got the whole windscreen getting dirty thing, just like, that was a little hairy. Just like iRacing does. Now, it would be easy to compare this to iRacing, but they definitely have two different goals in mind. iRacing is meant to be a race car simulation. It is to simulate you being in motorsports. This is more of a car simulator, I think is how I would describe it. It's meant to be kind of more broad spectrum. Maybe you wouldn't have a racing series with bone stock Lotus Elises out there, but that would be allowed to exist in this kind of universe, and that's where I would put this game. Is definitely more in line with your Live for Speeds, R Factor, that car obviously. Oh, that is very well modeled. That was, that was me lifting off the throttle too much on entry in a mid-engine car, and you get that nice snap oversteer. Apparently I did not complete my time attack challenge because of that, but I think I was on pace to do it. Okay. So, now for, well, look at this, replays. Look at this, Codemasters. Their game has replays. Anyway, now I'm going to change up some things and go ahead and try a race with some other cars, some AI cars. One thing I'm struggling with this game is that I can't record the menu. I'll have to figure that out. I can guarantee you I will be doing more videos on this game, so I will figure that out for the future. But for now, I will just set everything up, and I'll join you back when we are ready to race. Alrighty, so we are now set up to race. I have 23 cars added to the race setup. So you can add different cars, but I decided to go for all Fiats, Fiat Abarth 500s, and let's see, good. We are on the Silverstone International Circuit, which is the shorter track, and I think we're just going to hop right into the race here. Looks like we're setting up with a standing start. I don't know if it's all standing starts or if there is rolling starts as well. Oh, that was a terrible start. Well, this feels a little bit slower than the Lotus, that's for sure. I don't know this track at all. Whoops. One thing that's been very highly touted about this game is the AI and their ability to actually race each other. Oof. Not their ability to... I don't know what that damage is telling me. I think it's just body damage. I hope so. Their ability to just... Oh, jeez. Kind of behave like normal racers rather than just following a line. They actually want to compete with each other. And look at the green car right there. That'll show you exactly what that means. They're actually vying for a position. And doing significantly better than me. So this is a small front-wheel drive car, very small front-wheel drive car with a good bit of power. So I'd expect to have some oversteer off the turn, but some nice... I kind of smacked into the side of him. Yeah, there you have it. There's the understeer off the turn. Should have some oversteer off throttle into the turn. So we're up to 11th. Short 2-lap race. I probably should have learned these tracks a little bit first, huh? What would be the fun of that? Oh, that's a Fiat horn if I ever heard one. Ooh, too much off of that turn. What'd you hit the brakes for there? I think they want to get hit sometimes. Let's see if there's any drafting effect. I don't know how much drafting would get at 150 kilometers an hour in a Fiat, but I would think a little bit. Not really feeling any there. Ooh, that was a little aggressive. He held on to it though. Somebody locking the brakes up there. Nice smoke effects. That's a part I hadn't seen yet. Is the smoke modeling. Alright, so that was a little short, but that was fun. 8th place. I think started near the back. I like that you keep driving too after you're done. It doesn't just... The computer never takes over your car, basically. I don't know why it's... The results pop up kind of weird, don't they? Yeah, there's me. Where's everybody else? Interesting. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, now I've got to reset the recording and we'll try another one. Alrighty, new track, new car, 3 laps around a longer track, so this should be a little bit more of a lengthy race. I am starting intentionally in dead last place, and let's see how far up we can make it. We are in the BMW M3. It came with setups, which is awesome. It came with setups for every track. So I don't really think I'm going to mess around with too much of this stuff. Now these are stock cars, so you don't expect them to have too many adjustments in this stuff. And they don't appear to have too much. You can see you can change the camera and the tow in very small fashions. You can only put, you know, negative 1.4 degrees of camera in it. That is very true to real life. I don't believe there is any true race cars in this game just yet, but we will look through them and see what we have to offer. For now, let's see how this goes. Oh, that's a good sounding car there. A little bit of that backfire noise off the throttle. The tire squealing noise could use a little work though. Everybody everybody ducking out down into turn 1 here. Ooh. Traffic jam. Whoops. Whoa. Okay then. I don't think we're getting a first in this race. Let's see if we can catch anybody though. Boy, that got ugly in a hurry. Not very much grip in these tires. Yeah, just lots of on-throttle oversteer. Luckily, they're too busy roughing each other up. So I should be able to catch them. This is a track I am not familiar with. I believe it is pronounced Mugello or something like that. All of these tracks seem to be European-based for now. I assume they will add a more diverse selection of tracks. And I believe, in the spirit of NetCar, this game will probably be open to modding as well. I'm not 100% sure on that. Woo-hoo. Yeah, this car's got some great sounds, actually. Reminds me a little bit of what my 240 sounds like, especially the way it pops back off throttle. Okay, well, I can almost see people now. Oof, I have got to improve my downshifting. I may actually have to break out the heel toe technique for these. It's something I've never been particularly good at, but guess I can learn. There are plenty of driving assists available, including throttle blip and automatic clutch. This spot again, huh? Maybe let's keep this car in the first gear, huh? I would like to catch somebody. I like the heads-up display. It's pretty clean and simple, and you can adjust all sorts of things on the screen as well. And you can add different elements like position and track map and stuff like that. I think there's even a G meter you can add, virtual pedals, all that stuff. Alright. Get out of the way. Seeing as how they're all hitting each other, I don't have too much of a problem bumping into them. Whew, we've improved one position. Oh, I guess it did not like that much contact. Stay out of the dirt. Oh, I barely tapped him. I don't know how, I don't think there's much of a damage model as of now, as far as visual. I'm sure that's in the works. I don't know exactly how much is represented in that mechanical damage just yet either. Lots to find out. Got somebody taking a look over there. Oh, you got a little position arrow there. That's cool. Showing me that there's a car to the right side. That's definitely very handy for a game like this where your view is pretty limited. In real life, you'd be bobbing your head around to see, checking your mirrors every turn. You can't really do that, especially with a single monitor setup. This game does support triple monitor and Oculus Rift, so that would be cool. I don't know. I only got up to 15. But after that first turn, that's okay. Race 14th place. 13th place. 14th place. Well, I'm one of those places. 14th. Okay, did better than I thought. Alrighty, now we're back in the time attack mode in the McLaren. Oh, what is this car named? The MP412C? One of those number letter names. Why can't they just name cars anymore? Anyway, this is a car that I raced in iRacing. Obviously, the GT3 spec car, so it's not exactly the same exact car, but I should have some general idea of a way to compare them between the two games. So let's see how it performs at the classic Monza track, which should be really, really fast. For some reason, I have in chase camera now. Here we go. Now this one I believe is sequential. Yep. Oh wow, that is much faster than the cars I've been in. I don't really know my kilometers an hour really well, but I think we're going really, really fast. Oh, this is awesome. It's not just like the classic configuration of Monza, but it's actually like modeled after the old Monza with no walls and just trees. I haven't seen this track in this configuration since Grand Prix Legends. Whoops! Restart! So yeah, you need to brake more for that turn. Future reference going. Okay. Try this again, shall we? I guess I need to hit this start pretty well because that goes against your time. This is very fast. I guess it's maybe the scenery right up against the track and everything, and just getting a whoops. Oh man, even worse this time. Yep. Curious if there was any visual damage. I don't think so. Now, there is also cinematic cameras. Well, that's really cool. Oh, I didn't even notice that the grass was modeled like that. That is great. It's about time. Alright, so let's restart. Go back. Give this one more whirl. It doesn't start until you start moving, I think. Yep. So, unlike the Lotus, this is a very high-power mid-engine car, but it still will have some of the same characteristics where off-throttle it's going to want to have some oversteer, but mid-turn you might expect a little bit more understeer than normal. Ooh, that's an aggressive curb. That's like a concrete curb you'd find on a street. Fifth gear's a little longer than I thought. Oh man, the brakes feel very long. Same spot. Kinda wish there was just a quicker way to restart. Alright, last try, I swear. Force feedback feels pretty good. I think I might do some adjusting on it. I like a little bit more centering than this has. Like I'm able to wiggle the wheel around a lot right now without much feedback. But in the turns it feels really good. I can feel the tires grip pretty well. There's I would say an adequate amount of feedback around the track where bumps and stuff are. You can really feel if you hit the curb, so I'm not going to hit that monstrosity of a curb. probably does have ABS. I've not really been paying attention. You can turn ABS on as a driving assist, but if a car actually has ABS... Oh, this is gonna hurt. Well, that's the kind of spin that'll make you clean your pants. Okay, so maybe we go back down to a little bit slower of a car till we learn the game, huh? Alright, now we are back at the modern Monza circuit, and back in a BMW M3, but this time the 2013 version. And let's see, we've already got it set up on, and I think we're just gonna go ahead and give this a try again in time attack. But maybe we can get one of these successfully done. Oh no, this car is sequential as well, huh? No complaints there. As bad as my shifting has been today. Oh, I was staring at his hand to see if he was gonna click the paddle, and he does, with a little bit of a delay. Again, these, I need to turn off that racing line and just kind of go off of my gut. This car has definitely got some more weight to it than the old BMW. Just feels a little bit lazier in its movements. A lot more power though. And so let's see how we're doing on the checkpoint here. There's a checkpoint here. No? Oh yeah, right before the turn. Oh crap. That could be a problem. We'll see if it still lets us complete it though. I think it just takes points off. I'll have to win some back on time though. Again with the brakes, I've been spoiled with every racing game that I play is actual race cars, and I'm not used to having to stop a big heavy street car from, 150 miles an hour. Oh yeah. Big heavy pig. I definitely prefer the older BMW to this one. We're still on pace though, as far as I can tell. I don't know if we're on pace for anything good. Oh, this turn. Oh, looks like I over-revved the engine there. Okay, and restart. Hopefully this does not happen again where we restart 50 times, but we are definitely restarting once. I was almost tempted to see if there was any braking options, but I doubt it. This is again a street car, so I kind of have my doubts it's got like a bias adjustment or anything like that. This car, I assume, definitely does have ABS, so maybe I just need to be heavier on the brakes. ABS is great in that it keeps you from locking up, but it also does, in this kind of application, reduce your actual braking power. Oh yeah. Looks like I almost over-revved there, but you can see the red ABS flicker when I'm on the brakes there. So that was basically pedal to the floor rather than kind of threshold braking like I would typically do. Ooh, in the grass a little. Well, I didn't lose as many points this time. Only 36. So I would say that's the number one thing I need to work on in this game is the slowing down. sure as I play it more, I'll get more comfortable with where I need to be braking and when I'm getting in trouble. I'm definitely not used to having ABS at all. Either in a real car or in fake cars. I always turn ABS off in every game that I've played. I like this mode though. That kind of reminds me of what I always enjoyed about Gran Turismo was the driving challenges and stuff like that. It was always much more fun than the actual racing in Gran Turismo. We are 4.6 seconds ahead. That's good. We'll probably need it when I accidentally miss a turn. Break that 200 mark. Whew, see it squirming under the brakes like that? I don't know if that's the ABS grabbing or just because it's such a big heavy car. It moves all around the track. Seconds. I assume that's to the next checkpoint. Ah, I did it again. So that's negative 319 points. And I probably didn't do good things for the time either. Saw a 5-second penalty, which would not be good because I don't think we had 5 seconds to spare. Oh, now we're definitely not. Oh, man. So, I guess that would be my biggest first impression. Is this game is much harder than I expected it to be. I honestly did not expect it to be this much of a simulator. Netcar definitely was not like this, which is a good thing. I'm impressed by that. I'm not disappointed by that. Alright, well, let's give it one more go. After this, we'll call it an episode. There will definitely be more of this game on my channel, though. I can't wait for there to be like a career mode and stuff like that to work through, as well as multiplayer. I know I particularly struggled. See, I felt really slow with doing commentary and multiplayer with iRacing, but I'd be willing to give it another shot here. Or maybe I can get one of the guys like Dux or Jolo to join. Oh, a co-op championship would be really cool. Just saying. We could use a real game with a co-op championship. That would be nice. A little too much curb there. I think that's probably the most impressive thing for me is how the car moves around and really seems to have suspension travel to it and weight to it. You don't feel like you're just glued to the road. You kind of have everything in between you, the steering wheel and the road. Like there's suspension movement, weight shifting around. A little bit of friendly oversteer out of the turn. I like oversteer when it comes smoothly like that. But it snaps oversteer. That's a scary thing. Also, one thing to keep in mind in this versus iRacing is that all of these cars are on street tires rather than slicks. iRacing really doesn't have any street tire modeling. Ooh, easy car. It seemed like I braked way too early, but still I was having trouble getting it to slow down. I seem to have slipped into focus mode now. Brake at the bridge here. Slow car, slow. I don't know if it models brake fade or not, but this second lap, it definitely feels much harder to slow down. That could just be increased speed, no? So far, so good. Only one really tough spot to get through yet. That is the last turn, which, if I remember correctly, is called Parabaga, I think. So I just need to brake really early. Alright, should be in good shape from here. That time seems much closer than I was expecting it to be. Oh, okay, yeah, we're good. So I guess I am now realizing that this just keeps going until it becomes too difficult for you to continue, like you run out of time. And I just realized there's no like lap counter or anything. Judging by the time I have left here is probably not going to be too much longer. Yep, we're already down to 3 seconds. So, yep, plus a penalty here. Yep, I think this is gonna be it. I highly doubt we'll make it back with time left. Perhaps I got those tires a little hot. yeah, I would say so. They're probably covered with gravel too. Yep, that was it. So that's our score, 6,368. Well, alrighty then. This has been Assetto Corsa, my first impressions. I am impressed. I guess that's all I can say. We'll definitely be doing more videos on this game, and we'll be part of the Let's Race with Cone series. I think I will probably play a little bit more off camera now until next time, so that I can maybe share with you a little bit more about the game. I kind of wanted to just keep everything fresh for this first impressions video and not play it too much off camera. So yeah, from here on I will I will try and set up these videos to be a little bit more structured and have a set goal to do. But until then, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.